Hello everybody, Brendan back again with part 2 of Edward and the Latex from the infamous Sean Britton. So, let's start where we left off, shall we?
Trevor's cart was a wreck, and so were all of the farm produce.
And for some reason, he somehow got his keyboard out and started playing this little ditty.
But the latex had burst and splashed all over poor old Edward.
Oh, for a second, I thought for a second that the latex was just all over the place. Not on Edward. Also, very nice paint effect right there. Could use one of these one day.
Covering him entirely in a rubbery mess.
No, he's not entirely covered in latex, because I can see little bits of it right there.
From the rough collusion, his buffer beam was badly bent and twisted, and
His buffer isn't bent, it's perfectly fine.
one of his buffers was broken.
Edward, are you all right?
I'm fine, but my load and front certainly aren't.
Why do I sound like an elderly man?
Thomas, Rainbow Dash, and the crews looked on and suddenly burst into a fit of laughter. I do not find this a laughing matter.
Give her credit for this. At least he didn't show footage of My Little Pony, or else I would have been sued by Hasbro for good.
You're not standing on I am, Edward. You look just like a rabbit glove.
Where the fuck was that laugh used? I just don't know.
Oh, what a laugh!
Please clean me up. It feels too uncomfortable. The ponies, drivers, and firemen all tried to scrub the rubber coat off, but it was no good. It was...
Actually, no. 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 Look, the latex is off of him. See, he's perfectly clean right there. Limited paint effects much?
stuck fast, so they will have to wait until it was completely dry enough before they could peel it off Edward's spoiler.
Edward isn't even covered in the latex anymore. He's perfectly clean.
Quite soon, Emily arrives with Rocky.
We'll get you back on the rails again in a couple of puffs, Edward.
Thank you, Emily. It took a long time to have the mess tidied up.
I mean, seriously. I don't think Edward sounds like an elderly man. I think he sounds like the Wicked Witch from those old cartoons back in the 50s and 40s.
In about a minute or two later, Edward was placed back on solid rails once again.
Actually, he was on the rails the whole time. We just didn't notice.
His fire was put out, so Emily had to take him away to the repair yard.
Where did Rocky come from? Was he on Emily the entire time?
Edward had to idle under the sun in order to make...
And now the latex is back on him. Do you proofread your videos, Sean? Do you? I mean, granted, you're not as infuriating as Trainboy54, but you could really use better editing effects, like the latex on your boiler.
Make the latex dry faster. Then afterwards, he will have his front fixed. The Cutie Mark Crusaders
What the fuck? No, I just can't handle the fact that these are teleporting ponies that just show up out of nowhere. What the hell? What the hell? What the fuck is going on? I'm sorry, but what is even going on anymore? You know what, I'm just gonna finish this because I don't want to question anymore, or we're gonna be here all night.
Looked on and thought it was a very funny sight.
Hey, who's that? Is this a new guy or something? No, it's not. It's Edward! But how in the hay can it be when he's got
Actually, you should be questioning that to yourself because how can you fucking move?
the color of milk? Who'll be dumb enough to be painted white?
I can't move my mouth because I am in a still image.
The Phillies all laughed so hard that they teared up. Poor Edward felt very depressed.
Mainly because graffiti was sprayed on him.
But he soon had the rubber coat peeled off at last when it was dried, and he had a nice hot wash down. Then, after a couple of days had passed, he had his buffer being straightened and a new buffer bolted on. And he felt happier.
I think he looked the same way like he did before.
From that day to this, Edward felt lucky that he was back in working order once again. Especially when he even tries to be more careful with all level crossings he comes across.
Or at least, he tries to come across them. I mean, seriously, he's not even moving. Nice effect you got there. It almost looks like the little twine isn't even visible. Screw you! What the fuck? What kind of Thomas model is that? Oh shit! I should have spoke from the beginning, from the start, that... The fuck? No, seriously. I think I jinxed the video. I think I jinxed myself. Anyway, that was Edward and the Latex. I'm not gonna lie, this was a little bit of torture for me. This was kind of like torture for me. Because not only is it like, well, while the voice acting might not be half bad compared to his other disasters from the past, I just don't think Thomas and My Little Pony mesh up well. That's been happening to the community for years and years. And I don't understand, I can't understand why. Maybe it was a thing back in the day. But, yeah. I hope you all experienced the madness from Sean Britton before, and, well, let's just pray for a more pleasing video soon, because I just couldn't take this anymore. I literally can't watch any more of this because of what happened. So yeah, leave a comment down below, give this video a like, and subscribe to my channel for more content coming soon. So yeah, this is me signing off, and I gotta give my eyes a break.